gosh, I feel like it's been so long since I've done a shuffle tutorial, but as you guys know, I've been moving out of my old place and moving in to my new one. Before you guys ask, because I know you're gonna come for me, nobody lives below me right now. I've been looking at studios and things that I can rent out so I can do tutorials and do lessons and things like that. But right now, I can make the most of it because nobody's below me. Today, what we're going to be going over are two different shape moves, which is going to be the scissors and the variations of it, as well as the double poly pocket. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys the moves, some tips, some tricks, and ways to incorporate them. And then I'm also going to be doing a separate tutorial for my YouTube members, so for my Shuffle Squad. And it's going to be a short little combo that includes the moves we learned today. So if you want to learn that combo, go join the squad, but let's get into the tutorial. So the first variation of the scissors that we're going to learn looks like this. Ba, 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 ba. So the easiest way to kind of get into this move and think about the first part of this move is the poly pocket. From our perch position, we swing and rotate and split our legs out. What I would normally do in the poly pocket is swing the other leg forward, but what I'm going to do here instead is just hop and rotate my body so it's facing the other way. Boom. I just go from here to here. Boom, 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 boom. And then what I do here is I switch legs. So now this heel is going to come forward. And now I repeat on the other side. I'm going to rotate. Boom. Switch legs. We swing this leg forward and into that poly pocket position. And then I'm going to just hop using my back foot to the other side. And then I'm going to switch legs. Boom. Hop to the other side. Boom. Switch legs. Boom. So with the count, it's 1 and 2 and. And when you're hopping to the other side, your back leg is doing a lot of the work in this particular variation. So let's try it slowly together. I'll give you a tempo. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the hard part here is really this jumping back and forth between here. So practice that if you need to. Like, that takes a lot of work. Practice it on both sides too. Boom, 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 boom. So a really common way to throw this in with your shuffling, and probably the easiest way, is from the poly pocket. So let's try out a combo where we go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. 1 poly pocket, 2 poly pocket, and then we go into the scissors, but remember that first part of the scissors basically is the poly pocket. And then we go switch, go, switch. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. So another variation of this move, it's the exact same thing, but instead of being here with our heel on the ground and our toe up, we're going to put our toe on the ground and our heel up. So it's like you're kind of pointing your foot. And then you're just going to follow the same pattern. So it's 1 and switch and. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba-boom. Kind of went over that one briefly, but it's very similar to the first one, so hopefully that all makes sense. If I'm being honest with you guys, I do not throw in that particular variation of the scissors into my shuffling that often. I find it's kind of difficult. It just doesn't flow easily for me. So what I have found are some slightly different variations that I find more fun, that I find easier to throw in, and they're very subtle differences. So the first one is going to be like a bouncy scissors, and what I mean by that is when I am here in this position, instead of using my back foot only to hop to the other side, I'm going to push off of my heel as well. Boom. So it makes it a lot easier because I'm also using my heel and my back foot to jump back and forth. So what I want you to practice is doing that back and forth. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So I'm really using my heel to jump back and forth. So that's kind of what I mean by the bouncy. Like, you should feel it in your heel. And so we can either just do that when we're doing it, we can just go 1 and 2, or we can actually do the full scissors, which would be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Let's try that out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I want to move on to the variation that I probably do the most, which is really kind of just like a half scissors. So what it looks like is this: 1 and 2 and. So I'm not even really like switching my legs. I'm more just kind of like swinging back and forth and pivoting on this back leg. So what I want you to think is, from here, I'm going to swing out into that Polly Pocket position. Boom. But keeping my weight on my back foot, I'm going to pivot and lift up my front leg and turn this way. So I'm going to go boom. And then I'm going to come back, boom. But it's all in the hips when you're doing this. So think like swing your hips and hit your heel to the ground. Like, all this foot is doing is going like this. Boom, boom. And then I'm using my hips to swing this leg. Now, if you wanted to do this in a full scissors, you absolutely could. So this is another way to kind of make it easier for you. The first way we made it easier was with bouncing with our heel. Now this way is easier because we're going to be swinging our leg instead of actually hopping back and forth. Let's try out a combo just using that half scissors part, and then we'll go into the full. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 Polly Pocket, 1, 2, and then we're going to go into that variation, 3 and 4 and. But again, that first position, it's almost like doing a 3rd Polly Pocket and then just doing that little swing out and back in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. The easiest way to transition out of this is with your leg swing up, just drop back into the Charleston. So what that looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. So let's try that combo together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's try doing the scissors with the swinging our legs. So slowly, what that looks like again is 1 and 2 and. Okay, let's give it a go. For 4, we'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the last move we're going to talk about is the double Polly Pocket. Again, you're kind of noticing a theme here. They all are kind of this like cross-legged X step movement, which, by the way, I believe the Polly Pocket is also called the X step. Again, the easiest way to get into it is the Polly Pocket. So you're going to cross, boom. Instead of switching legs like we normally would in the Polly Pocket, right, normally we would go and 2. From here, we're just going to do like a little back tap almost. So we're going to go and tap. That's it. And then you're going to come back to this perch position, and then you're going to switch. Boom. And you're going to repeat back tap. The first part is just 1 and 2 and. And then here, we're going to switch. So now we go into the other side of the X step, 2. And then we do a back tap on this side, come back to your left foot, and tap your right foot back. Boom. Practice this if you need to. You can honestly do this as many times as you want. You don't just have to do it twice, but double implies 2, so That's what we're talking about. So then you just repeat on the other side. Except, tap back. Except, tap back. Except, tap back. So then a tip with this, first, extend. I'm kind of rotated this way right now. I'm going to stay rotated this way when I come back to perch so that I can step back this way. But when I come up to perch position again, this is where I want to turn back facing center, okay? So instead of coming one and, I come one and, so that I can easily switch legs, and now I rotate the other way. But again, first back tap, I stay facing the same way. Second one, I come back to center. So let's try it slowly. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the tricky part for a lot of people is the back tap. So really, like I said, just practice boom, 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 and just keep doing this until this feels natural. Easiest move to throw this in is obviously the regular Polly Pocket, so let's do that. We're gonna do a single Polly Pocket, so we're gonna go 1 and 2 and then we're gonna do a double, 1, double, 2, double. And then we're gonna go and repeat that, so single, single, double, 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 double. So single Polly Pocket on each side and double Polly Pocket on each side. Okay, slowly. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, double, 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 single, single, double, 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 double. And remember, with the Polly Pocket, it's all in the hips. My torso stays relatively straight, but my hips are what allows me to turn my legs. So now one more simple combo combining the double Polly Pocket and the scissors. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do one double Polly Pocket. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna go into the scissors, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Charleston to finish. So what that's gonna look like is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Yeah. Okay guys, that's it for this tutorial. My first tutorial in my new home. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget, if you want to see these moves in a combo with more moves, then sign up for my Shuffle Squad. The link is down below in my description, and there's also a little join button next to the subscribe. Friendly reminder that I do offer one-on-one personal shuffle coaching. The link to set up an appointment is also down below. I hope you guys are having a great day. Mwah, mwah. Sending love and good vibes to you all.